Hey everyone, Kirostyle here. Welcome to Animal Crossing New Horizons. And welcome to Thankmas. Thanks so much for joining me. So, if you're not sure what Thankmas is, it's like an annual charity campaign to raise money for various different fundraisers. Now, this year, the charity is called New Story, and they raise money to help end global homelessness, which is awesome. And so I wanted to participate. This is my first time doing a charity stream. Now, Thankmas was started a couple years ago by a YouTuber that you may know named JackSepticEye, and grown a large community, a lot of people donating and working together, which is really fantastic. So I want to do my part, and I'm really excited to go ahead and do this. So I thought that we would play Animal Crossing because I'm going to be playing for like 8 hours, split into 2 4-hour sections, and I was like, what game can I play for 8 hours straight while still having like a chill, easygoing stream? And that's why I thought Animal Crossing. And I didn't realize until after I already decided on the game that, hey, this actually makes sense because we're going to be decorating some homes for some villagers and we're raising money for homelessness, which is very on point. So welcome, thank you so much guys, and I'm really excited. There's already been some donations. I set my donation amount at 100, which is the minimum goal. I wasn't really sure what to expect, but it looks like we're well on our way there. It hasn't even started yet, and people have been donating through Twitter, which is amazing. So allow me to give a couple shout-outs to our donors before we get going. I do have an overlay that shows kind of the most recent ones. It looks like a couple people donated while I was setting up. So thank you Anonymous for $10 and another Anonymous for $20. Thank you to Dami for a $10 donation. Thank you. Or Da Midnighter on Twitter, one of my friends. Another Anonymous with $20 and another Anonymous with another $20. So that's fantastic. You guys are amazing. So let's keep going. We'll see how it goes and let's have a little bit of fun. So here is my Animal Crossing character. I have not really touched Animal Crossing much. I did play it when they came up with the new update this year, and I played it for a couple days and grinded a bunch of stuff, but I haven't really touched it since. So my town is overgrown with weeds right now. So I was gonna play the Happy Home Paradise section where we can go and decorate some villager homes, but first maybe we'll have a little walk around my village, which will be a little bit of way of showing you around. Please ignore all the weeds and stuff. So, oh, and thank you so much for the subscription, Oro. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoy your froggy emotes. Yeah, there you go. I'm really happy with those. Oh, hey, look, a balloon. Come on, give me something good. Oh, great, a hospital bed. Okay. Perfect, just what I needed. So I've been meaning to redo my town for a really long time, and I haven't gotten to that because it's going to take time to move everyone around. So this is still my old layout, but I started sort of redecorating my own house, although I'm not finished with it yet, but I'll show you what it looks like so far. So this is my main room. So what I wanted was, the idea is the back wall makes it look like there's my actual house, and this is like a courtyard, and I got a bunch of the Keroppi items from the Sanrio collab. So here I have a bunch of Keroppi items. I have some froggy chairs, and I have a little ice cream stand. I didn't really know what to put in the corner here, but I got the ice cream stand and the... Oh, hi, Lily. Sure. Okay, you're not going to give me a choice to answer. Okay, Lily. So many times I've been trying to decorate my house, and then a villager would just come knocking in, and I'd have to stop because you can't decorate it while they're in. Hello, Lily. I was nearby and thought I'd see if you were home. I'm glad you're here. Hello, Lily. Look at your cute little pineapple shirt. It's a... Oh, no, I didn't mean to go out the door. No, no, I'm sorry, Lily. No, I wanted to turn around so people could see you. Okay, well, she's gone now. Okay. So I like this bridge item here. This is the Keroppi bridge. Little Keroppi faces on it. I want to decorate few of these outdoors. Unfortunately, you can't use it as an actual bridge. And I have like a little Keroppi like I have rice pudding cake thing here. And then I have like a green smoothie and some Keroppi boots. See, look, his face is there. One of my friends told me that one of the creepy things about the Keroppi stuff is that his face is everywhere on all the furnishings, which I agree is a little creepy, but whatever, it's cute. Alright, I haven't been monitoring the donations, I'm sorry. Thank you, Oro, for the $20, and thank you to 2 anonymous donors for $20 each. That's awesome. We've reached our goal of $100. We barely started. Wow, you guys are awesome. You guys are fantastic. We'll see how much we can raise. I'll top it up too at the end. I'm not sure if I'll match every donation, but we'll see how far we can get. I'm not sure. I haven't been paying attention to the chat, but I'm supposed to have like a notification when you donate. There's supposed to be like children cheering, and then there's like a froggy chair that dances across the screen. I'm not sure if it came up. I haven't been seeing it. Hope it's been working. I thought it was really cute. I really wanted it to be successful. Okay, so let's go inside. This is the back room. So you'll see it looks very similar to actually my VTuber background, which you've probably seen it in some of my stream starting screens, but I haven't really officially revealed it yet. Oh, you heard the cheering, but not the actual froggy chair. Okay, that's... I'm not sure what I can do about that. Let's double check the properties. It's really cute too. Like, I really wanted to have it work because the freaking froggy chair is so cute. I was looking for animated frogs to put into the alert, but I saw the froggy chair because it uses GIFs from Giphy, and I was like, I have to use the froggy chair because I'm playing Animal Crossing. Like, it works when I do a test donation. Yeah, I can do a test donation. But when I do a test donation, it doesn't appear on your screen. It only appears on my screen. I mean, I guess it's not a huge deal if it doesn't work, but it's so cute! I want the froggy chair. Okay, we'll have to keep our eyes out for the froggy chair. So you'll see this looks kind of like my VTuber room. It's like mostly white. And then I have my bed. I have a little pet frog here. Little frog tank. Oh, there's a picture of my best friend Drift. One of my villagers. I wanted to keep the orange and blue layout. There's punching bag and a little martial arts outfit. There's my computer or some orange headphones, a little terrarium, and you'll see I have like frog posters. So there's Toby, he's the villager that has all the Keroppi items. And there's Keroppi, and then if I zoom out, there you go. You can see I have posters of all the frog villagers. I don't have all the frog villagers, but I have 4 of them. But I was able to procure all these frog posters. How do I make it so you guys can see this? I got these from I traded with someone to get these. What do my frog villagers say when they come by and see a shrine dedicated to them? They don't usually go to the back room, I guess, but I'm sure they'd be very happy. I don't know, it's kind of weird. Frogs are like one of the only animals in this game where they could be a villager, but also also something you can catch. This isn't my prisoner. This is well, I guess it's technically not Kirby, but I'm sure they don't mind. Okay, and then I have my side room here. I wish you could change the size to make them bigger. So this is the wrestling ring set. I don't know why I have this, I just thought it was cute. I wanted to use it. But the room's too small, so I can't put the table in a way that I can actually reach it. Oh, look at this. I can use the wrestling ring as a bed. Come on. Oh no, I don't want to sleep here. Look at that. Is this where host Fight Club? Shh, that's a secret. I have like a Fight Club room decorated in the bottom of my Final Fantasy XIV house. And then, okay, this room, I'm still figuring out what to do with it. You see, originally I had like a game cafe on my upper floor, but I moved it because I wanted to make a different thing on my upper floor. So I moved everything in here, but this room's too small to fit everything, so I haven't figured out what I want to keep here and what I want to move. But I have all the arcade cabinets, and then I have like a crane machine, some gacha, some pinball, and some wheels. Hey, I got a cherry. Oh, I got death. And then, oh, I'll show you my basement. So I wanted like a workout room, so I just started collecting all the workout gear. Just like punching bags, some exercise balls, treadmill, stationary bike. It's like a pull-up stand, bench press. There's like some water, mini fridge, laundry machine. And then here I have the washroom. So I have some lockers. I really like these partitions. I'm really glad they added those. I used to have just a bunch of panels here and it didn't look as good. Then I have a washroom. So my house has laundry and a washroom, so I'm good, I'm good. Oh, you like the front room looking like a courtyard? Thank you! I spent a lot of time trying to figure out what to do with this. I used to have like a modern living room up here, but I really wanted to use the Keroppi items. And then now they let us use accent walls, so I was able to put this accent wall in the front, so it wasn't just Keroppi trees everywhere. Hey, thanks so much for the follow, Cole Kusoge. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Welcome to the stream. Just showing off my Animal Crossing house. Okay, now this is the room that I was working on when the update hit. I wanted to make a cafe, and at first I was going to make like a coffee cafe, but instead I eventually went with like a ramen cafe, because it's actually kind of based on this cafe I visit in real life. I found this like little hideaway ramen cafe near the place where I work, and so I started going there like a couple of years ago, and got to know the owners actually, and so now they recognize me and they give me free stuff sometimes, which is really sweet. And I was really worried that they would close down because of COVID, but they managed to survive, and they're doing really well for takeout, so that's really good. So I have like all these different ramen bowls, and then I have some deluxe sushi. I put this dessert case here, it just looks nice, I guess. There's the cashier. I found some other Japanese dishes. There's actually a couple that like 2 or 3 that I can't fit because I can't find space. I have some curry and some ebi fry, some omurice. Then you kind of squish back. There's a poke bowl on top of the fridge. I didn't know where to put the poke bowl, but I really wanted to include it. And then I have a cutting board and coffee machine. There's a pot of ramen on the stove. There's a fryer, so I can make my ebi fries. And there's a sink with a dishwasher. I need to add some music. I don't know what music to put here. Yeah, the curtains were really nice. I like how in the update they added all these like hanging items, which is really, really nice. You can do a lot of cool things with it. Let's show you around the town. There's my map. This is my town. It's called Grendale. And that has nothing to do with Glendale. I picked it because I wanted a frog-related name, and so I eventually went with Gren, because like Grenouille, which is frog in French, which is where Greninja comes from. And then I was like, what do I want to put on the end of the name? And I looked up like different town suffixes, and I eventually went with Dale because I was like, oh, it sounds nice, Grendale. And then I created my town. I didn't realize until afterwards that it sounds like Glendale, or it also looks like it could be Greendale spelled wrong. So totally unintentional. This is Grendale. And you see I have all my houses lined up in a row on the left there. I actually want to spread them out because when I created the town, I didn't account for decorating around the villager's house. Everyone has like a really tiny yard, and I want them to have bigger yards so I can decorate more. So I'm planning on stretching the houses and spreading them further back along the other side of the bridge. I wanted the river to cut around the town, and I also wanted the airport to line up with the town hall, because those are the two things that you can't really move. I was really lucky I got an orange airport, and my fruits are oranges, so it actually turns out that it matches with my theme. So I have me, and then I have 4 different frogs. I didn't want an all-frog village because I like the frogs in the game, but I also like other animals too. So I have Lucky, he lives here. I like Lucky, he's all bandaged up, he looks like a hospital patient. Here's Drift, here's my best bud, he's like one of my oldest villagers I had around. And then I have Ribbot. Ribbot's my other favorite villager. I thought he would be my favorite going into the game, but then Drift kind of stole my heart. He's a robot. There's like 4 robot characters in the game, and Ribbot's really cute. And then Rudy, he's the one who I wasn't expecting. When I planned my village, I picked out which villagers I wanted, and Rudy was not on the list. But I ran across him one day, and he was just too cute. I could not say no to Rudy, and it threw my plans into disarray because then I couldn't figure out who I wanted to kick from my town. I used to have Zucker too, and I also wanted who else did I want? I wanted Fang, who originally I didn't have, and so I didn't know Rudy set everything out of balance, but he's really cute, so I'm really glad. And then Lily, she's a cute froggy girl, and then there's Marina. I only have 2 girls. I wanted more, but it's just so hard to pick. And I got Marshall. It took me a really long time. I had to do the campsite method to get Marshall. He was one of the last people to join my village originally. And I wanted more smug characters, but I just didn't have room. Apollo, one of my cranky characters, he was one of the first ones I found as well while kind of walking around and looking for people. I got Fang. Fang was given to me by my awesome friend Euro, who was redoing his town and let me steal Fang before the place fell into oblivion, so I saved Fang there. He's a recent addition, actually. I originally had Zucker, because Zucker's really cute, but I had too many lazy villagers and I wanted to fit Fang in, so unfortunately I had to let Zucker go. And then I have Rattle. He's also a frog, and he's like a doctor, and he has like a face mask over his mouth. It's really cute. Oh, thank you so much for following me. Nevermind995. Really appreciate it. Welcome, welcome. And thank you. Thank you, Oro. I'm glad you like my villagers. I'm really happy with them. I don't think I'll change them. I kind of want Sasha, but I don't know who I would kick out for Sasha. It's such a difficult decision. Oh, another balloon. Let's get that balloon while we're here. Stylish wall spotlight. I feel like I should change it to something a little bit more weather appropriate. There we go. Look, I have a leather jacket. It says K for Kirby on it. Yeah, it's actually pretty windy. Not just in the game, but it's also windy where I'm living right now. Like, we just got a fresh layer of snow last night, and I went out this morning to do some errands, and it was so windy. Well, hey, Rattle. Oh, thanks, Rattle. Yes, my big ol' adorable round head. So I have like a soccer field in front of my house. I didn't know what to do with this big empty area. Sometimes when I plant trees, like money trees, I'll come here and I'll put the tree in the middle of this soccer field so I can come back later for it. This was back before the update when there weren't that many good outdoor items and I just had a bunch of soccer goals. KK's here today. I have a bunch of roses. I put my mailbox over here. I kind of want it in like a little public library thing. I kind of wanted this to be like a little public space, so it's almost like it's everyone's mailbox and not just mine. That's why I picked like the big chunky mailbox. Here's my museum. I have some fossils and stuff on display here. I think I want to change this area over here. I have a playground. They added some more playground items, so I need to update it. Let me sit on this. Pretty sure I can sit on this. Come on. There we go. Oh, Ribot! Oh, thank you. Yes, my clothes do show off my biceps. Oh no! Ribot! I didn't know you had a tongue. Because you're a robot. I have like an outdoor eatery here. Again, this was back when there weren't that many food items. So I'm gonna go back and change this. Vending machines. And some places to sit. There's like a seaside eating area over here. So I have my shops in this plaza. I like these statues too. There's the fake one and the real one are mirror images of each other, so I put them here so they would be mirroring each other. Here's my airport, my cute flag. I got this flag from someone on Twitter. I can't remember them off the top of my head. I'm really sorry, but it was really cute. I couldn't pass it up. So I like this because then once you run out from the airport, you can just go straight up here and then you can shop, and then you can go straight up to the plaza. Put a bunch of random shop stalls out here. Again, this was when there weren't that many food items, so I will probably go back and change this up a little bit. Again, don't mind all the weeds. Oh, here's some villagers. Hey, Lucky, what are you doing? Whoa, you're sitting? Who would have thought? Aw, she's so cute. Oh, looks like Marina's home. Hey Yule, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for dropping by. I'm just showing off my town. I'm sorry, Marina, I haven't talked to you in a really long time. I was on the cover of a magazine, Marina? Oh, no I wasn't. I tried to keep all my villager houses to be defaults, just because I think they're really cute. So even when I got the ability to go and decorate people's houses, I didn't really do anything, because I want to keep their default houses. I'll decorate their houses on the Paradise Island. So this used to be Zucker's house, so I had like some laundry sitting out here, but now it's Fang's house. Let's say hi to Apollo while we're here. Oh, I'm sorry, Apollo, I didn't mean to ignore you. I like how they made all the cranky villagers sound like old men now. They all talk about their backs giving out and stuff. Are my villagers at all concerned that there appear to be piles of bones appearing underground on my island every night? Sometimes they talk about the fossils and stuff. They haven't mentioned them lately. Thanks, Fang. Again, Fang's like the newest addition to my island. Thanks to Euro, who is amazing. This is Lily's house. She's not home. She's reading outside. I put a bunch of lilies in her yard. I thought that was fitting. This is Lucky's house. His house is like a graveyard on the inside. I have like a little fishing port over here. This is Battle's house, I think, yeah. His house is like a little science classroom. It's really cute. Here's Drift's house. He's like one of my first villagers. I love him. Oh yeah, his nickname for me is Vitamin K, and I think that's so cute. I had to keep it. Hey Drift, good to see ya. Wait, no, this is Rattle's house. Whose house is this? Oh, wait, no, this is Apollo's house. Yeah. Oh, this is Marshall's house. He's got a little cafe on the inside, so I put a little seating area out here. He's got a little sandwich. Wow, thank you for complimenting my outfit, Marshall. Absolutely. Here's Ribot again. This house is like a little electronic warehouse. And here's I was supposed to say Rattle, no, Rudy's house. He's really cute too. Oh, you're building something. What are you making? A tree standee? I like how whenever your villagers are crafting and they ask you if you want the recipe, you basically have to say yes or yes. Because they always give it to you anyways. Hey, look at how cute he is. And he's got like a red nose because he's supposed to be Rudy, like Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer. Drop the recipe in front of his house, that'll show him. But I'm gonna be the one that has to clean it up later. Okay, so back here I have my orchard. Oops. I have all my fruit trees. I have a bunch of... These are all my hybrid flowers that I don't want, but I don't want to throw them away, so I put them on the beach so they don't, like, spread. Here's a lighthouse. I'll eventually go and clean up these flowers, but today is not that day. So originally up here I had like a whole bunch of solar panels and windmills because I didn't know what to do with the place. But then now that they added the farming update, I started farming up here. I'll turn this into a proper farm-looking farm later. I'm just too lazy. So they're just scattered produce. up here right now. Then I have all my pumpkin patch. Last year when they added the Halloween update, I needed the different colored pumpkins to craft things. So I just planted a whole bunch of these pumpkins. And I just kind of haven't come back for them since. I also don't know what to do with all these white lily of the valleys. They spring up when you have like a perfect town, which I got a while back, and then I just let them spread. So now I don't know what to do with them. But they're like sort of rare. Oh, I forgot I left a money tree here. I'll go chop down that tree later. I have a little bamboo forest up here. I had like a little, kind of like a hot spring down here. There's like a few different oriental bathtubs. Some changing rooms, some yukatas. It was supposed to be like a relaxation area, and then they added the update where red sometimes parks his boat here. So I'll figure something out. Then up here, I didn't know what to do with this area, so originally I had a whole bunch of... I had a graveyard up here, because I got the recipe for the gravestones, and I just literally put a bunch of graveyards up here, along with like Stonehenge and other weird things. Look at these dung beetles pushing around the snowballs. And then last winter, this is where I rolled all my snowballs to make snowmen, because it was a big open area. So again, I'll turn that into something later. This is a little shop area. I have a little stage thing. Probably gonna go back and redo this as well. Kind of like an artist alley. I put this T-Rex out here on display because I wanted the sign to point to the museum. And my beach is overrun with hybrid flowers. Oh, I forgot I put this here too. Again, it's temporary. I have a whole bunch of extra fruit trees down here too. Sometimes I collect them when I need extra money, but I'm probably gonna turn this into like an outdoor area, like a camping area. Just haven't done it yet. I have a whole bunch of surfboards, and some changing rooms. Ooh, a bottle. Oh, this is from Punchy. I used to have a Punchy in my town, and then I unfortunately need to let him go because I wanted other villagers, so I donated Punchy to my friend Yule, who I think is here. I hope you've given him a good home. Oh, I already know how to do this one. Yeah, Punchy! Okay, so this bridge goes back to the eating area. So up here I have like a campground. There's like a climbing wall, a bonfire. It was supposed to be like an outdoor area. I don't know what to do with it later. We'll see. I don't know why I have the incense and the... Like, I don't know, are you supposed to come here and worship something? And pray for someone? Again, this was back when there weren't that many good outdoor items, so I just kind of... I was like, what do I put in this corner? And then I just learned to craft these things and put them here. So here is my oriental garden. I kind of want to put a Karobi bridge in the middle here. The reason why I put this here is right in the center of the town, and it's just north east of the town hall, which means that when people fly into town, this is the first thing they see on the overhead flyover, and it looks really nice that way. But I want to add the Kuropi Bridge in the middle. And then we're back here. So that's my town now. One day when I go and redecorate everything, I'll probably do another video where I showcase the finished town. But for now, this is what it looks like. Okay, let's go do some home decorating. Hey Nico, he's so cute. Nico's so cute. I like how Wilbur also calls my town Orange Town because orange is my native fruit. It fits thematically. Let's see who's visiting actually. Look, there's Cephalobot. Okay, don't judge me. I have not actually decorated any of the restaurants that they've given me. I only put down the minimum number of items, and then I immediately left because I was trying to speedrun the Happy Home Paradise DLC. So I haven't decorated anything. It's Pietro. So maybe we'll do that today. We'll decorate the cafe. Actually, we should decorate all the facilities. See, he doesn't even have a photo of his house because I was too lazy. I like Cephalobot, he's really cute. He should be friends with my Ribot, but again, I have too many villagers on my island that I want to keep. So he's just living here for now. Oh, Fang's here too. Ooh, glowing moss balloon. Yeah, the villagers sometimes go out on the water. You can see them hanging out over here. Toby, again, is the Sanrio collab character with the Kuropi items. That's why he says ribbit, even though he's a rabbit. So like in this back beach area, a lot of your villages that you've already recruited for your Happy Home Paradise will hang out over here. Wordle is so cute. Okay, so if you don't know what Happy Home Paradise is, allow me to show you a little bit. So we're gonna talk to Nico here. So the way this works is that you can basically build homes for villagers that visit this resort island, and you can choose a location for them, and you can decorate the home, and you almost have free reign to do whatever you want. You have to unlock a couple features, but then once you do that, you can basically just have fun decorating and don't have to worry about money or anything like that. So you get a map. Oh, where's my map? Display map. So the map has a whole bunch of like land plots that you can use. You can choose which location you want to set different villagers. Now the nice thing is you can have an infinite number of villagers in Happy Home Paradise. So even though it looks like each plot of land is only occupied by one person right now, I can actually put more than one character on the same plot of land, and you can either make them roommates so they can share the home, or you can give them like a separate instance. Now for me, I've been trying to give everyone different plots of land just because I want to fill up the island first, but you don't have to worry about like saving plots of land for certain people because you can stack them on top of each other. It doesn't matter because this place is some kind of weird spatial enigma. So here I have like my Froggy Island, a bunch of my favorite frog villagers along with Toby. Here is, I put a bunch of like the snooty villagers here. And then Marina and Zucker are together on this island. I tried to match them based on like the landscape. You can change the season of each location, but places have like native seasons, and I tried to keep it original. So I have Lucky and I can't even remember her name now. Gladys, the pink crocodile. A bunch of like sporty dudes down here. Cephalobot's kind of on his own right here. Few people up here. And then I put a bunch of the animals that had like white fur up here in the icy area, or a lot of them had like themes that had to do with space and looking at the stars, so I put them together. So let's do some decorating. Okay, so who should we start with first? A couple of them have photos because they were like the tutorial characters, so I had no choice but to give them like a tutorial photo. And then they give you like themes to go with each one. And these are the default ones. You can change the names later, but I just left it default because I'm so original. Okay, let's do Drift. He's my boy Drift. Okay, so you choose your plot of land. So this is what his plot of land looked like by default. And then they give you, like, for each villager, there's like 2 or 3 items that you have to use the first time you decorate. So for Drift, 2 of the items were this well and this bucket, which were recommended to go outdoors. And then he has a couple things inside. So me being lazy and I just wanted to unlock all the options for Happy Home Paradise, you need to do 30 villagers. I basically like speed ran it. So every time I had a villager move in, I did the bare minimum. I put down only the items that they asked for, and then I left. So nothing's actually decorated. So that's why we're going to spend today going back and having some fun decorating people's houses. Now, the villagers that visit your Happy Home Paradise are randomized, so they can just come in and like hang out on the island. You can invite them to make a home. But if you want your actual villagers to come here, you can buy like souvenir chocolates for them, and you go back to your town and you gift them the souvenir chocolates, and they'll say, whoa, where'd you get these? I want to go make a vacation home. And then they'll come here and make a vacation home. So that's how I got all my regular villagers are here as well. So I'm going to talk to Drift here. And how's your home? And we'll talk about remodeling. Now we're in decorating mode. I'm not sure if I'll do the exteriors. I think I just want to do the interiors first. But I like the interior decorating a bit more. So yeah, he had the well, the bucket, and then like the sauna. Yeah, let's give him an upstairs. I wish you could give your actual villagers back on your island 2 floors. You could change the size of their rooms, but you can't, unfortunately. So, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to decorate the main floor, and I think I'll turn the upstairs into their bedroom. And maybe I'll even make the upstairs exactly identical to their villager bedroom. Just so that they have, like, a place to stay. Okay, I can't remember how to do all the controls. Okay, so you can change the size of the room. He seems a little too big. Maybe I should... I don't want to have too much to decorate. You can add, like, soundscapes. So the nice thing about Animal Crossing Happy Home Paradise, because it's a DLC, is you don't actually have to go procure all these items to put in their homes. What happens is every time you talk to a villager for the first time, each villager has a set of items that unlocks with them. And these are like the recommended items. So these are all like Drift's recommended items. So you can use those. And then as you add more villagers, you can add more things to your catalog. So here on my catalog, I have pretty much every item that I've had access to in the game thus far. As you work, you can also unlock everything that is from your Nook catalog too. I think to make things easier on me, I'm going to start with Drift's favorite default items, because otherwise I have too much to choose from. Okay, let's start with a floor. So wooden, not flooring, rattan flooring, white mosaic flooring. Oh, that's really white. None of these are super great. Does Drift, you want like a place with a well. You want like a workout room. Maybe I should make it like my basement back in my home. Like give him a little locker area and then give him like a workout area. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, let's do. Where is it? There's so many items to choose from. It's gonna be so hard. Put a couple of these out. This will be like your locker area. Do you have any benches on your favorites? Log bench is okay. So let's leave enough space for people to walk. That doesn't seem like very much space. Maybe we'll put this against the wall. Hey, welcome to the stream. Thanks so much for coming. We're just doing some Animal Crossing decorating. Yeah, does Drift like lockers? No. Let's give him some lockers. So much to choose from. Aha. I don't know. I don't think there's enough space to walk. This is like a half space. Maybe I do need to make this room bigger. I don't know what I'm doing when it comes to decorating Animal Crossing houses. I have like a vague idea of what I want to do, but what if I do... Will this work? Yeah, that fits. What if they did a Final Fantasy XIV collab, put up Mugo villagers? That would be amazing. That'd be amazing. Wait, why don't I use this one? This one's just a big one. Right? Wait, this one's 2x2. Oh no, this one's a small one. This one's 3x2. Okay, I don't need this one. An FF collab would be awesome. I don't know. I don't think they would do that just because FF, they could be kind of selective when it comes to what they do sometimes. Even just getting stuff in Smash Bros was like really difficult. You can tell because if you look at like the music tracks that they had access to in Smash Bros, it is not very much considering how much. They didn't even get very many spirits or trophies or anything, which is a real shame because there's so much potential there. Oh, dang it. I kind of want to do this. I feel like if I do this, though... Like, look, half his house is just suddenly lockers. That's boring. Maybe I just need only a few lockers. I'm going to put another bench over here. I don't know what you want from me, Drift. This doesn't even go all the way to the end. Look at this. What do I do with this? What do I do with this? Yeah, I need to rethink this. What if I put lockers along the wall? Actually, that would save me some walking space. That's better. Maybe I should just close it off here. Well, that seems too small. There's a window here. I don't want to block the window. Like this? Maybe? There's way too much room for this one bench. Maybe I'm overthinking this. Okay, let's do... The thing I like the most that they added is partitions. Where's my partitions? So they'll mimic whatever your wall is. Put this here. Kind of a crowded locker room all of a sudden. I don't want to block the window. Let's do this. Yeah, to make the walls actually do right angles, you have to add a pillar. You want a steel pillar? Concrete pillar? Looks kind of ugly. Actually, that looks pretty ugly. Okay, maybe I'll do... Yeah, maybe I'll just copy my house design. For now. So this will be like a little washroom area. I like partitioning out my rooms, but it's kind of annoying because it makes the rooms feel smaller. How's this gonna work? That doesn't work. How do I put my pillar here? Why don't the walls connect at right angles? If I do this. That still doesn't work. How did I do it back in my house? What the heck? I mean, I could pull this out by one. Let's give some nicer walls. This is really bugging me. I don't have very good wall choices for your personal walls, Drift. This looks almost too fancy for you. I know Drift in his regular home, he has like the skull carpet. Maybe I should have picked a villager with a more set theme for their home. I feel like I'm doing you a disservice, Drift. Ice cream shop wall, frozen foods wall, coffee shop wall, concession stand wall. Unfortunately, we're not building a shop. I kind of want to give him an accent wall somewhere. Something with windows. What if I do this? Oops. But then I can't have the sauna back here because you don't want people looking out the window at you when you're in the sauna. What if I do accent wall here? Oops, no. Didn't mean to do that. Okay, that looks fair. Floor. Honestly, I like the default wooden floors a lot, but they're kind of boring. Well, this is nice, sir. Doesn't really fit Drift, though. Yeah, this one's got hearts on it. I like this one, but I don't think... There we go. Too bad there's no doors. I wish there were doors. This will be like the sauna room. This is so annoying, they don't fit perfectly. Ah, they don't fit. I use these ones. Do they fit? They fit. Yeah, she used the dark wood. No, I got rid of the sauna thing. Look at this engaging gameplay. I don't like that you can still see the wood peeking out from under these walls, but I can't really do anything about that. Or could I? What if I do... No. You like the layout so far? Oh, good. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm the type of person, when I play Animal Crossing and I try to decorate things, I usually put form and function over like what it actually looks like, or like how good it actually looks, because a lot of times I'll see people put like really good like Animal Crossing layouts on Twitter, but I'd be like, it looks really good from that particular camera angle, but then you think about it, where you're like, how do you walk around there? Or you wouldn't be able to walk to this particular seat is unavailable, or you won't be able to get to that spot over there by walking. So then I try to make my stuff like functional, but then it doesn't look as good because then you have everything all squashed together. Okay, where's my washroom stuff? Where's my shower stall? There we go. Do I have room for all this? Why is the shower stall so freaking big? Look, it's an extra half square. How do I get into this? The function, I wouldn't be able to get into that shower stall. I mean, I don't need to have a shower stall, but... So someone could peep around the corner and look at you. It just bothers me that I can't cover these panels perfectly. I mean, that looks better. And how do I get into the shower stall? This is gonna bother me. Like, how come I can't put this corner here? It's so annoying. Let's have a test. Okay, I can fit in here. Well, I need to scooch around here. That's not good. Gotta scooch over if you want to get to the shower stall. Well, there's a lot of extra space here. Okay, maybe I'll work on the left side of the room and something will come to me. No, I don't. I'm on the everything tab. Okay, let's see what Drift wants. He wants some exercise equipment. No, I don't want to. Just let me put stuff down. Where's my treadmills? There's so much to choose from. Aha. Maybe we'll put boxing stuff over here. And then we'll have your pull-up bar. Have a bunch of treadmills by the windows, so you can have a nice view. These bikes are annoying because they're like slightly smaller than the treadmills. Wait, where's my bench press? Where does this go? Here? Maybe we'll have stuff lined up along here. That's way too close. Wait, this thing's still in here. That's all the workout stuff I really have. I mean, exercise ball, sure. Do you want a yoga mat? I kind of want to fit the wrestling ring in, but that's way too big. There'd be too much going on here. Seems kind of crowded at the entrance here. Maybe I should put the bench press here, then the yoga mats can go here. Maybe I just need one bench press. The yoga mats don't look as crowded. You can walk on top of them. This can go here. Too bad there isn't like a shelf with weights on it. Okay, these are too far apart. Actually, let's put kettlebells over here. Maybe, oh, I know, I'll have like a refreshment station over here. Oh no, I forgot. I can't put wall-mounted things on partitions. I was gonna put a TV on this wall, but... There, you guys can watch TV while you... box. Maybe there should be an entrance to the sauna from the locker room. I don't know how I would do that. I don't have space for all this. Oh, don't tell me this doesn't fit. Oh, dang it. That doesn't look good. What about this? Better. Have some curtains or something. Okay, where are my curtains? Oh, here. Oh, dang it, the curtains are just a little bit short of actually covering. Well, that's not good. What about these curtains? Oh, and Miwu, thank you for the donation. I'm sorry, I'm not paying attention to the donation stuff. Thank you so much, I really appreciate it. Thank you for helping solve, well, not solve, but thank you for helping to contribute to ease homelessness around the world. It's very awesome of you. Really appreciate it. Thank you. I'm guessing the froggy chair notification for the donations isn't working then. I can't hear the audio from the stream, so I don't hear the children cheering sound effect because my headphones are plugged into my Switch and I don't have the audio going through my setup. Okay, what if I do... Gotta go back. Let's have like a snack station. So much stuff. I want a mini fridge. Do I want a full fridge? Okay, let's see. I want a little kitchen, but I want it to be cozy. How do I customize this? Oh. Oh, I can't make this white. There's like an ironwood counter somewhere. Oh, it's too big. There, snack station. Where's my tabletop items? There we go. What kind of snacks do people want? I feel like I should put some protein powder out. Where's my protein powder? there's probably like a search function on this thing too, but it's so annoying to type because I don't have a keyboard attached to my Switch. Where's my protein powder? It's somewhere here. Probably past it too. Now we're getting into seasonal stuff. Yeah, it's like, I want everything to fit, but then Animal Crossing's like, no, not allowed. I mean, this game is fun and cute, and I like the grid. I like how everything works on a grid for the placement, so it makes it easier, not like Final Fantasy XIV, where you gotta like glitch everything into each other to make it look nice. But then sometimes the spacing is like, because there's half spaces too, this doesn't work sometimes. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I must have passed the protein powder again. Okay, let's go slower. What's this? Oh, chafing dish. Coffee beans. A bunch of tea stuff. And here's like all the dishes that I've made. Ooh, cookies. Cup noodles. Cup noodles. Milk. Oh, there's the protein powder. Should I flavor it? Plain, vanilla, cocoa, strawberry. Well, I like these two because they have like the little mini bicep on it. Oh, let's do vanilla. Actually, no, let's do plain because the cup is red, so it matches Drift a bit better. And what are Drift's favorite foods? Popsicles. He likes popsicles. Floral swag. I thought I saw some cans here. He likes canned green tea and canned sports drink. Let's do some canned sports drink. This tiny little can taking up all this space. Yeah, let's have some milk. Or it could be juice. Or I could do water. I feel like blue. I want the beverage to be clear. Okay, so let's just... There we go. I need some floor mats. The welcome mat. That is way too close to the kitchen area. Whatever. I should pick a metal fridge. Can I only pick the variation after I've put the item out? Or can I do it after? I'm too lazy to find out. Where's the fridge? Locker. There's the mini fridge. Oh, that's a checkout counter. Where is the fridge? There's too much here. Kind of wish that they just limited it to Drift's favorite things, but then they gave more options. I should probably put a sitting area, shouldn't I? People like to sit at the gym, right? If I'm tired, gotta sit somewhere. I must have missed it. Oh, here it is. Let's do... Is there a silver? Yes. Ooh, with stickers. I think the rock one might suit Drift better, but I don't think it looks as good. I think the ice cream is a bad idea for a gym. Let's do notices. Here it is, variation, okay. Put some stickers. Oh, no, I didn't mean to put that away. Darn it. Wish there was like an undo. I guess people can sit out here in the locker room and the sauna. You don't need to sit in the main gym area, you're just taking up space. Not bad, not bad. I kind of wished maybe I put a checkout counter here, or like a reception. But then I wouldn't have room for all the kitchen stuff. Unless I... No, I was gonna think about flipping this. Oops. If I do this and then put a reception desk out here, but then this is way too cramped, and I won't know where to put the fridge. Whatever, we don't need a reception. Still can't get over this tiny little can just taking up that entire spot by itself. Those curtains bother me though, the fact that they don't cover the entire thing. Whatever, this is okay layout. This is... I feel like I should put more wall decorations, like towels or something, in the locker room. I kind of want to move on to a different house in the meantime though. Okay, we'll call it... Actually, I need to take a picture of this first. Now let's keep the name. We have a well outside. That doesn't look bad. Could be better, but... that shot does not look good. Oh yeah, look at that shot right there. Oh, so good. Oh, that's cute. Okay, I need to take a picture of you in here of Drift. Okay, let's see. don't remember how to do the guide. Wait, no, I didn't mean to get rid of you. How do I make drift? I know there's a way that I can pick him up and move him around. No, I want to make drift look over here. Okay, let's do handheld camera. There we go. That looks nice. Hey, drift, look over here. Do that again. That was pretty good, right? Okay, that was hard because Drift's theme was so loose. I can't believe I spent like an hour on that room. Or probably less than an hour. Okay, let's do a room that actually has a theme. So you get the currency, the Pokies, just by doing remodeling and stuff. You don't even have to make any changes. You could just go up to a villager and say, I want to remodel, and then not do any changes and say that you're done, and then they'll give you money. Okay, ooh. I mean, I had to do Drift. He's my boy. But wish I could have done a better job. Okay, let's see. Where's Ribot? A gym full of handles. No, I don't want to do another gym. I should have given him the gym. Okay, let's do... Let's do Cephalobot. Because he's got like robot items. I like how his phrase is donk donk. That's so cute. I don't really want to decorate the exteriors of the houses because I feel like I'll spend even more time trying to figure that out. So we'll stick to interiors for now. Okay, so you had like laboratory items. Let's stick with 8x8 for now. I don't want to do a huge one first. So let's... do these things have variations? Okay, I like the silver one, but it looks... I want something a little bit more modern and chic. No, I don't want to put that away. Where did that go? Okay, you have a lot of cool machines. Yeah, changing the size of the interior is so nice. I really appreciate it. Okay, I have some really good items for you, actually. There's like a sci-fi flooring. I kind of wish Ribot had a sci-fi looking home. This house, it looks like a warehouse in this game. Ooh, I could do sci-fi flooring, or I could do future tech flooring. This one looks more like it could be like a spaceship. This one looks more like it's like a laboratory. Wait, can I rotate this one? I kind of wish it was the other way around. It's like the... I'm pretty sure you can put... Some floorings you can choose horizontal or vertical. Oh. How do I turn this? Like, I know the wooden floorings you can choose, like this one. But yeah, see, this one has a horizontal vertical button. This one doesn't. Okay, fine. Let's choose a wall. Sci-fi wall. Ooh. Look, even the stuff through the windows is like 3D. It has like what's it called? Parallax? Future tech wall. Laboratory wall. Ooh, this one's kind of creepy. Sci-fi wall. I like the sci. He looks like he wants to travel to space. I don't know, but these items, I don't know, gears don't really look like spaceship stuff. They look more like... Gears kind of look more like the laboratory. If I do future tech, and then I do accent wall... Maybe we'll go for laboratory instead of spaceship. We'll do spaceship for someone else. He's got a lot of other machines, though. I mean, these ones are more spacey. Do I have there's like a giant monitor or something like that? Oh, there's a spaceship control console. I like how Cephalobot's photo looks like he's... I mean, he is naked in it. He's like shirtless. He's very ominous looking too. Oh, there's a robo wall. Okay, he prefers... He has the sci-fi wall here, a robo flooring. But the robo flooring's... It's white, so I'm not sure how well it goes with everything. He has a lot of space-looking things, but... I didn't know tangled cords was an item. Let's give him a spaceship control panel, and then some science pods. Oh gosh, these things are huge. Let's throw a bunch of things out here and we'll see how it goes. Maybe I should make the room bigger. Jeez, this is really big. So Maybe we'll have the pods on this side. I feel these gears are kind of out of place now. Like, these 3 items were the ones that he started with. Yeah, I need to rethink my plan. This doesn't look bad. Yeah, I think maybe we'll get rid of the space things. For now. Oh, duh. I didn't mean to get rid of that. We'll put a couple of these. Like, what do I do with all these random pipes and gears? Maybe this should be like in the center. Well, this doesn't have variations. Some wall-mounted things. Okay, that looks okay on that side, I guess. There we go. Maybe the inspection thing goes here. The conveyor belt goes into it. And then, oh, I know. The robot arm puts things onto the conveyor belt. No, but then where does it go? Maybe we'll do... Yeah, I mean the sink I think should go next to the medicine cabinet. Ooh, this actually looks pretty cool. I'm just trying to make everything match. Like, I don't know what the point of this conveyor belt and inspection thing is. Oh gosh, that thing's so big. Ooh, I could put designs on this thing. Hey, welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping by. Yes, Merry Thankmas. Thank you so much for dropping by. We are just playing around on Animal Crossing. I'm just doing some Happy Home Paradise. Gosh, this tank is so big. What if I do this? What if I put... Oh, there's like operating room cart. Okay, that's good. Maybe he needs a place to sit. Oh, there's a lab set. I don't have any tables though. Let's do this, and then this. And then I have this. And then I have this. And then this cart can go... can just sit randomly in the middle of the room here. Yeah, it's my favorite Octo robot here. You can stand here right in the center. Oh yeah, they were saying Cephalobot has the number 83 on his back. And like the way you pronounce it in Japanese almost makes it sound like you can call him like Mr. 8 or like Mr. like Octo, which is really cute. Or maybe I should do the robot arm over here, and this thing goes here, so it catches whatever comes out of the inspection. Maybe I should make everything silver instead of black. I don't know, does that look better? I mean, I don't like how the gears look in silver. Maybe I should keep everything along this wall black. I mean, it blends in with the wall better. So it looks like it's actually part of the structure. It bugs me that this silver is not the same as this silver, which is not the same as this silver. This one only has 2 colors. You should put some lights. Put one right over the chair. Well, the chair has a light of its own, though, so maybe... Maybe we'll do 4 lights. They look kind of out of place. I mean, this looks okay. It's not my best work. Maybe I should have some, like, waiting room chairs. I mean, we could use the cool sofa. Maybe, like this. Oops. Okay, not bad. Oh, good enough for now. Yeah, that didn't take as much time as drifts. Ah, that looks okay. He's got like power outlets on his head. Takes out a popsicle. You like it? Yay! Okay, now we need to take a picture. I wish I could, like, move him around in this mode. Can I do that? Don't move. Don't move, Cephalobot. There we go. Cephalobot is so cute. Wish I had room for him on my island. Oh, and thank you for the $5 donation, Beb. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Okay, I don't know why my froggy chair animated alert doesn't show up. Again, maybe I'll fix that for the second half of the stream. It should work though. The whole overlay comes together. So I don't know what's up with that. Maybe I can do the settings on this. Yeah, there's supposed to be like an animated froggy chair that wiggles across the screen when you donate. But it's not working for some reason. I don't know why. It's really cute though, I was very excited for it. Oh no, I refreshed. Uh-oh, I refreshed the overlay and now... Now it doesn't show the most recent donations in the corner because I refreshed it. Oops. Wait, no. I want to keep working Lottie, please let me. Darn it, I didn't mean to refresh it there. Okay. I kind of want to do Sasha's. Moonshot Manor. We'll do something else that's like space related. Sasha's so cute. If I ever come across him, I'm gonna have a hard time deciding if I want to put him on my island and who to kick out. Okay, so you wanted a Moonshot Manor. Oh, I forgot to give Cephalobot an upstairs. I was gonna do that too. Oh well. Maybe we'll do... I think this feels more manageable. Okay, so he wants space things, and the moon and the asteroid were like mandatory items to start with. Ooh, okay, Starry Night Wall. Starry Wall. Galaxy Floor, what the, whoa. Whoa, this is trippy. Maybe Lunar Surface? I feel like the galaxy flooring is too much. Maybe the lunar surface? Let's add some asteroids. Maybe a couple stars. How big is this thing? Okay, that's not... Oh geez, that thing's loud, what the heck? Okay, the space shuttle's really small. Why is that thing so loud? This thing's too small. Okay, the moon's gonna be the centerpiece. Maybe we'll put the rock, maybe we'll put the shuttle opposite the satellite. mean, this looks okay, but it's also like, what kind of room is this? Lunar lander, lunar rover. Need some bunnies. We'll put the bunnies like at the entrance. Maybe the lunar rover could go opposite the UFO. Where does this go then? Why are these items all so big? Okay, maybe this one's a little smaller actually. Maybe we'll do over here. It looks kind of boring. Yeah, it's a very loud room. Hey, what if I... Ugh, that looks way too... Telescope, maybe? Astronaut. Mr. Astronaut can stand there, maybe? Angle this so it's looking at the moon. A little like seating area. Maybe I don't need a table. It's like a romantic seating area where you can go and look at the moon, which is very, very close to you. I like how everything's kind of floating, though. That's kind of cool. Can I turn off this thing? Please? Please? Oh. Hello, little dude. Okay, bye! What else is interactable? Do we have any other, like, celestial items? Maybe I need to put some music on so that we can drown out the sound of that thing. Do I have any, like, standing music players? I don't really want a tabletop one, because then it's gonna need something to put on. Well, I could put A jukebox? Oh, it's already got music loaded in it. Is this new music? I don't recognize this KK tune. I could have put so many of these things in Cephalobot's room. Wash basin, IV drip. Oh, come on. This is a pretty good KK jam. I don't think there's anything else I could really put. What KK music do you like, Sasha? KK Robot Synth. Is that what I'm listening to? Oh yeah, this is a new one. With like the Vocaloid KK. Okay, I think this is pretty good. Pretty good for a fast build. Oh, I like your name, Moonshot Manor. There we go. Sasha has reached Endwalker. Let's move you over here. Here, you can turn this way. Oh, that's good enough. Yay! Moonshot Manor. Now give me that money. Yeah, I look like I'm ready for summer even though I'm in the dead of winter. I mean, I have my winter glam on my wand, but I like it when you visit the winter locations because then Nico wears like these giant earmuffs and he's so cute. Okay, who should we decorate next? Ooh, Sky wants a painting school. That'd be cute. Let's try Sky's painting school. I think that'd be cute. I like how her phrase is airmail. It's kind of cute, but it's also pretty random. Okay, let's give you that painting school you've always wanted, Sky. Okay, let's start with... Do you have the chalkboards up here? No, you don't. Actually, okay, let's start with the walls. I really like this wall. I use it in my own house. What if I do this wall and then I have an accent wall? No, that doesn't really work. What if I do... This looks a little gaudy, doesn't it? This looks a little bit more inviting, I think. I need a... Maybe I'll do a blank accent wall at the front. Just paint all over the floor. Okay, this might look nice. I need an accent wall. So the front of the room, I think I want it to be white. Is there like a classroom wall? I mean, this looks okay. Manga library wall. Museum wall. I mean, I want a blackboard at the front of the room. Let's do... I kind of want something plain. What's the difference between the white brick wall and the subway wall? This one's a little cleaner. Let's do the chalkboards first. Where's my chalkboard at? It looks kind of weird because it's so small. What if I do... Actually, can I customize this? can make it very sciencey or mathy, or I can make it language arts, neither of which are great for an art school. Why can't I put a custom design? Let's do it this way. Double chalkboard. Oh, wait, they don't fit together? Lame. How am I supposed to know which side of the room to look at? Do you have desks in your favorite items? Yes, you do. Project table, lecture hall, desks, long folding table. What do these look like? I think that looks more suitable for an art room. If I do, like, each student has like an easel. Actually, this should go on this side. Like a little aisle in the middle, actually. Okay, so that's the perfect painting. Let's do some of these other paintings. Let's do some... Everyone gets stools, so we match. Color can I make the stools? Dark wood. Ooh, I can have the seats colored. That's cute. Let's color everyone's seat according to the painting that they're making. So like this person could be the Starry Night person. And this person can be that one. I don't really have other seats. I mean, I have pink, or I have the polka dot. Put some statues up, actually. Actually, these statues are pretty big. Maybe I need... Actually, I should put a big like a teacher's desk at the front. There's like I know there's like a teacher's desk somewhere. What does this look like? Maybe I should make the room longer, so that the students can back away so I can have a desk at the front. We got some fruit. Can I customize the painting set? Yes, I can. Ooh, I can have... Okay, let's do yellow paint bucket. Actually, white paint bucket and still life. And then we got a pink, and a light blue paint bucket. Actually, white, no. The yellow one, you could be painting the bug. Oh, this makes you miss art class. I took a couple art classes when I was younger. And I didn't really enjoy them because I didn't like the teacher, because they were so set on things that they wanted you to do. Keep in mind, this wasn't like actual art class. This was like middle school art class, like not real art class. But I think the thing was, like, I was most worried about my grade, because I had like honors grades in every class except for art. And I was so worried because I thought that art might hold me back from getting like honor roll, because the teacher was so picky and she would like mark really hard and stuff. So it was like a really stressful class for me, and it was also like a class that I didn't pick. I kind of had to get stuck with it, which is a shame because I actually like art itself, although I preferred like digital art. But yeah, I didn't enjoy it just because of the teacher, and because I was worried about grades. If I could just do whatever I wanted and have fun. Yeah, secondary school art stuff is like hit or miss. It really depends on your teacher and stuff. Just such a shame, too. I know there's a teacher's desk somewhere here. I probably skipped it. Yeah, what kind of teacher would mark hard in middle school art class, man? She was really picky about things. I think she... I mean, this is just me guessing, but... like, I think she had, like, very high expectations of herself to, like, look good, but didn't quite make it, so she was, like, teaching and didn't really enjoy it as much. And I remember she would give us, like, really big projects with, like, really tight deadlines, too. Be like, oh, you have to get it done by this date, and you wouldn't have really enough time to really get it done during class. And that stressed me out so much. How does this look? Actually, I could use some of these. There's a podium. Oh, there's a teacher's desk. Basic teacher's desk, and then sturdy office desk. Let's do teacher's desk. Oh, that's tiny. That's a tiny desk. I think I gotta push all the students back a little bit. If I have... Right, we'll do podium here. This in the middle. These two fit together perfectly. Why can't everything else? Maybe if I do double counter, maybe. This looks more like just a lecture hall than like a just nice, fun art class. Oh yeah, I made the room bigger, so these can go back here. Maybe a bulletin board? You know, I have windows everywhere, so that doesn't work. Oh, this looks just like your life drawing class. Okay, I'm glad. Let's do this. Oh, that's clipping in. Okay. Let's draw a picture. Here, you guys can have a picture to draw. And some flowers. I want to put like a globe or something on the teacher's desk to make it look like it's a teacher's desk. I'm pretty sure I must have a globe somewhere. Maybe a tissue box on the teacher's desk. I feel like I should have some like cabinets or something on the side. Oh no, but then I have windows everywhere. So that wouldn't look good. Yeah, this is the teacher's desk. I guess the teacher needs a chair. Do I have chairs here? School chairs. Let's see. The teacher should get a nice chair. Maybe a den chair? I think that's too nice. It's too big and unwieldy. Actually, this works. Modern office chair. Or office chair. Here, they can be comfortable. Let's put something on the lectern. Like a scrapbook. I feel like we need some paint buckets somewhere too. Where do the paint buckets go? The students should just have paint buckets sitting next to them. Can I customize these actually? Ooh, I can. This is like Splatoon colors. Here, you can have the pastels. I'll just give everyone different ones. Actually, why are they on the floor? I should put... I should have like a... like some table somewhere. Oh, good idea. Yeah, I should make the accent wall the window instead of the... Right, I forgot. I still have this clock. Yeah, I should switch the accent wall so that it's not the... Do the subway tile as the real wall. And then I'll do the windows as the accent. Good idea. Thank you. Where's my window? Maybe the windows could be on this side. Actually, yeah, the windows will be on this side. Because the easel's on that side. 'Cause then I can do... Oh, I can do this. And then have some... like supplies over here. Okay. How do these compare? These look a bit better. Ah, line up. There we go. I don't need a third one, actually. Let's do... Put some cabinets. We have cabinets here. Nope. Okay, let's get some cabinets. I wonder if I have any nice, like, art supply looking cabinets. I could just do utility cabinets, that's not a bad idea. Wooden wardrobe, iron closet. I mean, these could work. Locker. Plastic clothing organizers. Antique wardrobe, that's fancy. Storage shed. I mean, the filing cabinets look nice, but they don't have artsy things in them. I also like the Nordic shelves, actually. Well, maybe I should use these. These look nice. Do we need a bookshelf? Should I put a bookshelf? I think the teacher could use a bookshelf behind their desk. Do I not have just a nice, cabinet? Yeah, maybe we'll go with one of those fancy cabinets. Put a bookshelf out just in case I need it later. I don't know which color matches the best. What about this? Oh, there's only 2 colors on you. We'll test a bunch of these. I like these dividers, but it's just barely tall enough to not block the window. Yeah, this one goes well with it. Unless I color this. I'm gonna change the photo. Forest, seaside, flowers. Let's do forest. And this one can be flowers. Get some nature up in here. Okay, let's do... I like the wooden wardrobe. These things barely fit on top of this table. Maybe this table isn't a good idea. But I like these dividers, they look so cute. put this against this wall now, though. Oh, these are cute. I feel like I need to change some of the colors. There isn't like a dark wood option. I mean, this one, but I like having the wood in the front. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Where's my teacher desk? Oh, I can't do. There's no variations for this podium. This looks okay. I should put some lockers in the corner here. Okay, whoever's sitting here is going to be very crowded with the lockers behind them. Maybe I should put something in the corner here. Maybe some flowers or something. Or a statue. I could do a statue. Oh, the flowers are too big. I feel like the statue's too big too. These statues are huge in this game. Oh, this one's actually not that bad. That looks pretty good. Okay, actually, I don't like these lockers. They're getting in the way. I don't want to put more things on the tables. Saw there's like a sewing kit. I think that'd be cute. Sewing box, maybe? There you go, Sky. Yeah, I like the name. Yay! Man, I didn't think decorating these rooms would take so long. I mean, I picked this for the stream and for a reason, because I knew I could do this for like 8 hours straight and not realize time was going by, but I've only gotten through like, what, 4 houses? There's like wine bottles on the other side of the counter. You'd want to draw in this room? That's awesome. I'm so happy. Thank you for enjoying my painting school. Okay, let's take a photo. No, that's not what I want. Here. Sky, you can stand... You can stand here. Slowly quarter turn her this way. I'll take a picture going this way. Actually, maybe the picture would look better if she was standing... Oh, but the flowers are like in the way. She's like hidden. Maybe I'll put her in front. The teacher's secret stash of booze beneath the counter. You're not gonna do an action, Sky? I don't want to assign you one. Come on, Sky. Give me something. Really? Takes out your cup of tea. No, don't move! Sky, come on, you ruined the picture! You ruined my picture, Sky, come on. That is not what I asked you to do. You blinked. No, don't move! Sky, come on! Please work with me here. Sky, please. No, stop clapping. There we go. There we go. Geez, Sky, you make things so hard. Okay, we've only done 4. That was a cool prompt. I kind of want to do the boxing gym, but We already did a gym. Let's do Lucky's, actually. Cradle of Civilization. He has, like, Egyptian mummy stuff. Like, his normal house is, like, a graveyard, and then his vacation home is, like, Egyptian. So again, I'm not gonna do the outside. I just want to do interiors. Okay, so last time, he only wanted these two items indoors. If I do something different, what if I make it longer than it is wide? Maybe I can make it like an Indiana Jones looking thing. I like this. Can I give it a accent wall, maybe? That doesn't look good. This is going to be at the end. That's where the curse is. Oh, no, actually, no. Put the seat at the front. And then... what do these look like? Forbidden altar. Oh, it glows. That's cool. You can barely see it there. It's like hidden. What if I do the throne like up here? Actually, we'll give it some space. Actually, okay, let's put the casket in the middle. Look at how spooky this place is. What else do you got? I didn't pick up enough candles. Spooky. I feel like I could do more. Which looks like a broken pottery item. That'd be cool. Do I want to put an archway? How big is this arch? It's kind of in the way. Let's put a couple of these, actually. Well, maybe we could put the arch here. Actually, that doesn't look too bad. I'll put some ruined seating. Like in the middle. Put it asymmetrical, just make it annoying. Yeah, imagine the Happy Home Academy comes to inspect the house and rate it. Like, knock knock, I'm coming in, and then you come in and it's like, what the heck is this? This isn't what we were expecting at all. This looks actually pretty good. Here, we'll put... Yeah, I could put... right over the throne. How does this look? That was kind of gnarly. Maybe we'll put them off to the side. How do you like this, Lucky? Oh geez, this looks really creepy, actually. Yeah, the cradle of civilization. Nice job, Lucky. This one's your favorite so far? I like this too, actually. I mean, it's not much of a home, but it looks cool. I haven't gotten Anka, the cat, in my Happy Home Paradise, because she has like an Egyptian theme too. I wonder how different hers is from Lucky's. Yeah, let's take a picture, Lucky. You better not be like Sky. You're gonna actually stay still for me. Okay, I want to catch the pharaoh head in the background. Don't move on me. Don't move on me. Oh, that was good. That was good. Do it again. Do it again. There we go. Yeah. Well, here's your vacation home, Lucky. Wait, no, I forgot. I'm supposed to talk to Lucky. There we go. Okay, let's see who else needs decorating still. Maybe you guys can give me some input. Tell me which of my villagers here you'd like to see. Okay, so we have Fang, Audi, Vivian, Jambette, Henry, Petrie, Judy, Sly, Camafrog, Ruby, Blanche, Tad, Dom, Rolf, Cousteau, Rooney, Pappy, Marty, Toby, Leonardo, Zucker, Gale, Snake, Rudy, Paulo, Huck, Marina, Diana, Marshall, Maple, Tybalt, Ribot, Lily, Rattle, Mo, Bob, Gigi, and Eloise. Eloise is like the first tutorial villager you get when you first unlock Happy Home Paradise, and she forces you to take a picture of it. Zucker? Yeah, let's do Zucker. Zucker, again, is like, he's one of my villagers that he used to be on my island, but then I kicked him out to get Fang. But I was okay in my conscience because he still lives on here at Happy Home Paradise. Hey Zucker, how are you? I love him because he looks like Takoyaki. But then the fact that he has a skewer inside his head is kind of concerning. There's so many villagers I like with a lazy personality. My town had too many lazy villagers, and that's why I had to pick on Zucker. I was like, Lucky, Zucker, and Rattle. Between them, there was 3 lazy villagers, so I needed to change something. Okay, so he wants festival grounds. Let's get a big open area. Ooh, the fireworks is actually cute for that. Party flooring. Oh, jeez. This is a little bit too festive. Sidewalk. Oh, I wish the sidewalk was like... Actually, this isn't bad. I kind of wanted like a square, like a festival square. But the sidewalk doesn't look like it would be more like a festival road. Unless I have something better. go to the bottom where all the good rugs are. Zucker's like actual house. He has like the chain link fence around the edges, and then his floor is like, I think it's like one of these like gravelly, cementy. I mean, this doesn't look bad actually. Maybe we'll do the candy cane, or the candy cane, the cotton candy stand. We'll make it blue. That's the color he has in his house. He wants the pinball machine too. I think I'll put out a bunch of stalls. So they could be like festival stalls. Actually, does he have those on his wish list? He does not. Come on, Zucker. I mean, the stalls are really annoying because they're really good items, especially before the latest Animal Crossing update. So I wanted a lot of them. I mean, I showed you my marketplace area and my seaside market. There were so many stalls, but it cost me so much wood. And I had like all this extra hardwood and softwood, but I had to use up all the regular wood to make the stalls. And then yeah, it was so much. Maybe I could put a couple of these. And the stalls are nice because you can customize them a lot. You can put your own designs on the top. Oh, there they are. Let's do... I want to make them all... Maybe I'll make them all natural, but then I'll have different colors. This one's cute. The retro one. Ooh, pizza. Sushi. Okay, let's organize. Where do I want this pinball machine? pinball machine kind of doesn't fit in either, so... Maybe this one will be the ice cream stall. The pinball machine doesn't really fit the rest of the decor. I mean, I could take it away, but I feel like because that was one of his original items, I feel like I should stick to the scheme. Like, I kind of... Maybe I'll have, like, a corner with, like, carnival games. Maybe I put, like, a candy machine, a capsule machine. Well, maybe this will work. I'll do... Oh, darn it, it doesn't fit. Okay, we'll hide it next to all these things. There we go. Looks a little bit less out of place. I guess this can go in the middle. Yeah, maybe I should take away one of the stalls and just have like a bunch of carnival games in the corner. Maybe I only need 2 stalls. I don't actually know what I'm putting in the rest of them. Maybe I'll... Okay, let's shove the stalls off to the side. I'll have like a game corner. You're like, oh, okay, this is like the gotcha corner. And then this could be like the pinball corner. Can I move these over? Yeah, non-symmetrical does work a lot. I actually do like... I like symmetry with a little bit of asymmetry. Usually works pretty well. Let's do... Let's do the octopus one, because he's an octopus. Ooh, oh, I know. I'll put... do this. And then on this side, I'll have, like, the same. So I think I definitely don't need these. I should go next to this stall. What should they sell? I feel like I should put like a couple benches too. Oh, trash can, very useful. Maybe vending machine. Hand washing area, that might be useful. There's some benches. Like some outdoor benches. Oh, okay, I got a good idea. I got a good idea. Garden benches or plastic benches? I think the plastic ones might look better. Guess it doesn't really matter. Okay, blue is fine. Ooh, I could put a logo. I don't know what any of these are. So let's put some of these. Actually, oh no, no, the other way. This can kind of cut into this area because it's more food related. And then these guys. Actually, no, I'll put the benches against the wall. That will save me space. That's kind of awkward though. It's behind the stall. Yeah, maybe my idea doesn't work quite as well as I thought. This is like the snack zone. Oh no, okay, okay. Maybe I'll make it like my town. I have like a little snack area. These two can face each other. But I also have a snack machine. I kind of want to put the snack machine next to the vending machine. Where's my snack machine? Aha. Maybe. Maybe I don't need these sinks. Kind of just in the way. Maybe I'll put the ice cream behind the counter so I have more room to sell cotton candy and popcorn. Then I could have... I don't really want to put porta potties. What goes behind this counter? Maybe drinks. You can sell drinks. Pink's a little bit much. I should put some balloons. There we go. I feel like there should be a centerpiece, like here. Do I have any ice cream foods? Put on the table. These are all like warm dishes. Frosted cookies, maybe that might work. I'll just start putting food out. Ooh, frozen treat set. Actually, I could get colors. Ooh. The food in this game looks surprisingly. Look at those textures. Look at all that mint chocolate. Like they didn't have to go that hard, but they did. Let's do the orange one. I like that. Do you have any other frozen treats? Not really. Oh, it's drinks. Okay, let's do colorful juice and melon soda. And then these are non-foods. Maybe I will do... Okay, we'll put the garbage can here. And then, if I have room, maybe I'll put a cash register next to the booths. And if I put something here, it looks like you shouldn't go behind the booth, and then... Like, the hand washing sinks are supposed to be publicly accessible. So they shouldn't be exclusive to the vendor. Or maybe I should put the cotton candy machine as the centerpiece. That doesn't look bad, actually. There is a checkout counter, but actually, I kind of like using the low wooden counters because they're low enough so the cash registers don't look too awkward because they're really big. Okay, and then there's like 3 different types of cash registers. Past all the food. So there's touchscreen, modern. Oh, I don't have the retro cash register. That's okay. You guys can be touchscreen people. I put this backwards. There we go, now they actually look like stalls. Might as well if I can fit another one. Oh, come on. Why is there such a big gap between these ice cream machines? I can't put them closer. That's silly. I could afford to put these closer. Ooh, actually, I have a fortune cookie stand. That's like... It's an item you get from linking your Animal Crossing Pocket Camp. And I made an account specifically for that. I mean, I guess I could do some of these games. It's pretty big, though. It plays its own music. Where's my fortune cookie stand? Maybe it's at the bottom, because it's a promotional item. This thing is huge! Maybe I don't need the sinks, is what I'm starting to feel. I want the fortune cookie cart to block everything, though. And this thing's cute, but it's just so big, I'm not sure if I want it. Maybe I shouldn't have the fortune cookie stand. Maybe I should put this against the wall, and then have the pinball machines against this wall. It's just so freaking big. Can't see anything. I got the carts going this way. Kinda still like having this as a centerpiece, though. I don't really need a fortune cookie stand. could put this here. Does that look weird? Is these dang pinball machines getting in my way? Zucker, why did you want them? Actually, this looks okay. Let's walk around. Well, that is a tight squeeze. That is also a tight squeeze. But then if I put them here, then it looks weird. Oh, whatever. It looks good. Who cares about function this time? Maybe. I can walk here. I'm just gonna... Oops. Like, squish. I can't even walk through here. Oh my gosh. It looks fine, but then it's so tight. I could just turn the bench. Maybe I got only one bench. Okay, at least this way I'll still have everything I want, but it'll be more manageable. There we go. I'll just take away this one. Now there's enough room to walk. There is a DJ stand, actually. I could put a DJ up here. Actually, I'm not sure if I have the DJ's turntable unlocked. I probably do. I think I'll keep it like this. I think this is okay for now. I wish the fireworks in the background moved. Like, I wish this was an animated background. Yeah, I can actually walk everywhere, though. Balloons bounce. That's so cute. Yay! Zucker, you're gonna help me pose for this. You're gonna stand here. Oh, do that again. Nice. Okay, bye, Zucker. That turned out really good. I think I'm getting better at this. Maybe it's just because I picked kind of a hard one to start off with Drift. Okay, I think I have time to do one more home and before we do a little intermission. I'm gonna try to pick one that I have an idea of what I actually want, so that I don't spend half of it just thinking. I kind of want to do the boxing gym. But I already have an idea of how I would do that. Let's do Rooney's boxing gym. I'm surprised that Rooney's cranky and not a jock, considering these all boxing themed. Also, can my character get like gloves like his? Yours is pretty straightforward, I think. Let's make it big. And then I'm assuming yes, you do. I need those for sure. Rubber flooring. Make it look like a gym. Okay, I think I need... Let's accent wall some windows. I always go back to it when, like, there's only a few windows, really. Like, I like this one, because it looks modern. This one's actually pretty cool. Make it look like we're on top of a skyscraper. This one's also really nice, too, but I don't think the snow is necessary this time. We can do ringside seating. Actually, maybe we'll do ringside seating on this side. Kind of weird, though, to have... Because I can have the boxing ring on one side, but then I'm going to have... like a training area. It'd be kind of weird to have... people watching you in that area. I feel like if I'm going to use this... I want to use this wall somewhere. Maybe we should center this. Maybe I don't want the ringside seating. Actually, what other concrete walls do I have? Actually, the concrete wall might be the good choice this time. I wish you could do more than one accent wall. Okay, maybe we'll just do that. In many ways, this is like Drift's house. Oh, I forgot a water. I should have had a water cooler in Drift's house. Maybe we'll line the back with trophies. I feel like this place is gonna have a little bit more of a succinct theme than Drift's did. We'll center this one, and then we'll have like the judge's table. Maybe I shouldn't center it. Maybe I'll just have it out here. Maybe we'll make all these matching. Water cooler can go by the entrance. That's like where you make small talk. Maybe a couple more chairs for people to watch. Maybe a hand washing area next to the water cooler. I should have some lockers. This time I'll just have the lockers out in the open. I should have done this for Drift's place, to be honest. But he didn't have a boxing theme. I didn't want to put out the boxing ring for him. I don't know if 3 lockers might be too much. Put a few of these. I mean, he has a protein shaker as his one of his preferred items too. So maybe I should honor that. I'll put a random mop in the corner for cleaning up. This can go here. I want a table, but maybe I'll pick a different table. I have this here. So people that are finished working out can, like, have a place to put their drinks down. I should turn it this way. What else do you have? A mirror? No. Shower stall, change room. I think it's actually pretty good. Well, first aid kit, that might be useful. This can go on the judge's table. Actually, maybe would this look better? No, that's too bright. Should I put some exercise mats out? I don't know where I'd put them, though. I think this looks pretty good, actually. I could squeeze a third folding chair. Maybe that'd be too much. There's enough space to walk. I like how he's a little tuft of hair, too. want to go back and redo Drift's place now. I think he deserves better than what I gave him. I should put some wall decorations, actually. His nose is so big. His nose is so big. You can stand here. I want to couch the boxing ring. Okay, don't move, Rooney. Why do I move so slow? You can't see his face at all. Actually, that might be better. There we go. Okay, what is this? R? Okay, that's good. This one. He's just checking out his phone. At least you can see his face, though. His book is clipping through his foot. His foot is too big. It's going straight through the book. Maybe next time I should do some of these facilities. Like, I still need to do this school and the hospital up here aren't decorated at all. Hey, Henry. Actually, I wonder, I didn't check out the... There's like a cafe and there's a restaurant. I don't think I checked out the restaurant today. Sometimes you see like new villagers in there and I want to see if there's anyone I want to recruit. Blanche, what are you doing with that fork and knife? Okay, there's no one here that I really want. Yeah, for the facilities it's cute because you can assign animals you own as staff. So you could be like, Marshall, you're working the cash register. Lily, you're a waitress today. Oh, look at them all enjoying a little barbecue. Alright, so thanks so much for joining me on the stream. Now, I am dividing this stream up into 2 sections because I want to take a break so I can get some food. So, let's see, the first half is done, so we've streamed for about 4 hours, and we're going to pick this up again at 7 p.m. Pacific time, so that's roughly in 2.5 hours. Yes, 2.5 hours. Or keep your eye on Twitter for some notifications if you're interested. I'm just gonna be doing more of this. Maybe we'll do some facility decorating as well, and decorate some more homes. So thanks so much for joining me so far on the stream. I hope you've been enjoying Animal Crossing New Horizons, and thank you so much, guys, for all the donations. Raised $115, which is already like right away surpassed my $100 goal, which is fantastic. I was a little nervous about how well this would go. I've always wanted to kind of do more of these like little charity things because I think it's fun, and it's also a great way to raise awareness and put some money towards a good cause. So probably towards the end of the stream too, I'll make a donation of my own to kind of top everything off and kind of round out this day of Thankmas. So in the meantime, you might want to check out some other Thankmas streams. There's a lot of other creators today celebrating Thankmas, and celebrations have been going on all week, and I'm sure some people are going to do more Thankmas things throughout the rest of the week. So keep your eye out, donate to various people's campaigns, or just advertise, spread the word, talk about it, tell your friends, or maybe you want to get involved too. I highly recommend it. It's really fun, and it's really easy to get started using Tiltify. So in the meantime, while I go and have some dinner, maybe we'll end this off with a little raid. So I'm going to switch to my thanks for watching stream, or thanks for watching screen, and then I will set the Twitch into a raid. So if you want to stick around and watch, I think my friend Mr. A Shen is streaming some Final Fantasy XIV. I believe he's doing some Endwalker main story stuff, so if you're not finished Endwalker and you don't want to be spoiled, maybe don't stick around for the raid. But I'll see you guys in a couple hours. Thanks so much again. I'm super happy with how everything's turning out. You guys are amazing. All right, we'll catch you later. See ya.